We're back with a very big question about Nigerian governors. I mean, they're not the most liked personalities in the country for some obvious reasons, poor performances and whatnot. But today we're talking about their tendency to become overbearing in terms of exercising their executive powers. We've been here before several times, and over the weekend there's been an incident in Edo State that has caused quite the national conversation, Hauwa, about how governors overreach, as the case may be. So in case you missed it, let's hear from the horse's mouth. The comments made by the governor of Edo State that has got a lot of people talking. Here's Governor Monday Ukpebolo talking about a visit to the state by Labour Party's Peter Obi.
The man will say no gashishi. I am sending a direct message to him. There is a new sheriff in town. He cannot come to Edo without telling me, because his security will never be guaranteed. Whatever happens to him when he's in Edo State, he will take it. I am serious about it. He came the other day and donated 15 million. Somebody will say, no, Gashishi, why get 15 million to donate to people? By the time he left, there was crisis. 3 people died in Benin. So for that reason, tell Obi he should not come to Edo without telling me. Nothing said with the grace.
Listen, I don't want to go over the top, but I think that was a reckless statement to make to begin with, especially coming from a governor, right? I mean,
Absolutely.
If some political talking head who is not necessarily up in the rankings is making comments like this, you would say, okay, he can be excused. Maybe he's just trying to get the attention of his paymasters, right? But obviously, this is not the first incident, especially with Peter Obi. The same situation almost happened in Benue State. And there are arguments for and against it, and I wonder why there is an argument that could
about it at all.
But also, the irony of this is, remember a couple of years ago, the former governor of Kaduna State, Malam Nasir El-Rufai, almost labeled the same allegations against Peter Obi when he was governor of Anambra State, saying he was not necessarily arrested, but he was almost held to ransom, where he was like not allowed to leave the hotel, and he said it was because
to visit.
Yes. It was because, according to him, it was a political ploy to intimidate him, blah, blah, blah. And now Peter Obi is at the receiving end of it. I mean, some would have said it's just allegation, but that's the reality of it. But these are governors who are claiming personal, some sort of territory. I mean, you are a public servant. Being chief executive officer or the chief security officer has given you the mandate to guarantee the safety and security of the lives and property of the people you are governing. You're not necessarily a monarch. And I think that's something you usually hear from a monarch, right? Where they, express this domineering type of expression about you can't come to my land or something like that. Well, let the people have their say, to be honest.
I would love to hear what people would have to say, because this is showing him, wielding his executive power with too much, authority, should I say, when it comes to these types of things.
Yeah.
And a person is just visiting a state. Yeah. How would you say
Check this
that?
out. Section 41, subsection 1 of the Nigerian Constitution says, and I quote, "Every citizen of Nigeria is entitled to move freely throughout
freely.
Nigeria
Absolutely.
and to reside in any part thereof. And no citizen in Nigeria shall be expelled from Nigeria or be refused entry thereof or exit therefrom." So, the Constitution doesn't require Mr. Peter Obi or any other citizen for that matter to notify governor if they're going to Edo State. Yes, he's a politically exposed person, but I'm sure he doesn't need any sort of notification to move around this federal republic. So that's what the Constitution said. But let's hear from the people, and as always, we're about to hear from one of our regulars. Shetima Kudima is calling in from Maiduguri. Shetima, good morning.
Good morning, Abdullahi. Good morning, Hauwa.
Thank you
Good
so much for
morning,
joining us this
Shatima.
morning. How is Maiduguri this morning?
Maiduguri, alhamdulillah, Maiduguri is cool.
Good. Before we talk about the topic of the day, I wonder where you stand with the renaming of Unimate to Muhammadu Buhari University. Where do you stand on that? Are you for or against?
Well, to me, honestly speaking, Abdullahi, I will even pay for the university if they can change my certificate to read Muhammadu Buhari University of Maiduguri. It's a welcome development.
Right. So you support it?
I support it, honestly, 100%.
Good to hear that. All right, back to the topic of the day. Governors executing their executive powers, do you think they are becoming overbearing, overreaching?
Honestly speaking, this governor of Edo have overlapped his power because this statement is contradicting the constitution, as you say. Because every citizen has a right to move freely, as you say. That this is a doctrine of the constitution. And as a governor, you are the number one citizen. We agree. And also you are the security officer of the state. But this statement, how can you make this statement at the public before the media? Is very, very unfortunate. Honestly speaking, that is why I am saying. I said it previously in this, in this platform that constitutional amendment, the power of the governors have to be checked. They have to use that power because they have become a power drunk. They think they can do and do. Some of them, they have been even showing that they are above the constitution. So this cannot work that way. Some of them, they have been feeling like they have all the state. Because of the opportunity they had been just. This is an opportunity. Today is your turn, tomorrow is turn of another person. How can you make this statement? Honestly speaking, it's wrong. It's wrong. Right. Even though if you have been there, you're from a different political party, you're not supposed to make this statement.
Yeah.
If somebody was coming to your face, it's your case. It's your case. You have to welcome him with open heart. But you can make this statement in public. It's very, very unfortunate.
Yeah.
It's very, very unfortunate. Even though I know the character of the people of Edo State. With apology with some of them who are reasoning. But honestly speaking, this statement, he just have to withdraw this statement.
Yeah.
Because it's wrong. It's wrong. Honestly, it's wrong.
Yeah.
So we are hoping and we are praying that this amendment of the constitution, the powers of the governor have to be taken and have to be reduced. Yeah. Because this power is too much for them. That's why they are doing whatever they want to do. Thank you so much and have a nice day.
Thank you so much, Shatima.
Yes,
I appreciate you very much for calling, as always, Shatima Yakudima, with some fine points there.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I can't disagree with him on all of these points. Because, listen, if you are the number one citizen in a country or in a state, for that matter, because of your ranking or your standing, you're supposed to market your state.
Absolutely.
So you're supposed to embody everything that's good about your state.
Absolutely.
Hospitality.
Absolutely.
That welcoming mentality.
Absolutely.
Irrespective of whether he's on the other side of the aisle, politically speaking. We're not even in campaign season yet. What has the donation he made to that school got to do with anything? It's just dumbing down the conversation.
Absolutely. And when you look at it and the political scene, it has become irrational, I would say, due to the fact that it is blinding them when it comes to what is right and what is wrong. As you aforementioned, every Nigerian has the right to roam and go to any state freely. So what brought this into the conversation for him to have a restriction for that particular person?
I think he was making a political point, and I think he goofed on this one, even though, surprisingly, the APC in the state has doubled down in support of what the governor said. And I think, just like Shatima says, it's going against what the people of Edo would want Nigerians to know about them.
Absolutely.
I mean, this is the same state where a couple of months ago we had the unfortunate incident with the killings, right? And listen, you can't have the governor of the state appear to be this intolerant of a visit and a generosity to the state. Yes, Peter Obi might score some political credit for making that 15 million naira donation, but look at the cause. It was for a good cause. Accreditation of a field of study that is about to be jeopardized, so to say, because they have not registered, they have not been accredited by the NUC, right? So this is a good gesture. Imagine someone comes to your home and is trying to help you, and you're more concerned that, why didn't you knock, or something like that, which is irrelevant to the bigger issue at hand. Let's speak to our next caller then. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, how are you today?
Fine, thank you. Who's on the line and where are you calling from?
Ade coming from London.
Mr. Ade, good morning. How is London this morning?
Oh, that's very cool. We've been enjoying rain for about 2 days.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
That's great.
What do you have to say about this one, Ade?
Yeah, don't blame this governor, because every governor has their weak point. This governor is not expert in communication skill, so he doesn't know how to communicate properly. You know, what he's trying to say is that if Obi is coming, Obi is an important person, and you need to contact the government so we can arrange for security. So the governor will be aware, and Obi will be protected. That is better than Obi just coming in. The Benue State governor said the same thing last time when Obi was supposed to IDP and say no, because if anything happened to Obi, they will still blame the governor. So that's why, but the man doesn't know, he's not expert in communication skill. That's the problem. To me, I understand his language. Nobody can buy anybody from coming anywhere. But Obi is not an ordinary person. Anywhere he goes, he has followers. So if the government is aware is coming, with liaise with the commissioner of police, the DSS, and the military man there, that please protect this one coming. Then they will know, will be aware. It's a normal thing. If the government is going to another state and to visit privately, you will contact the government in that place. That, I'm coming to see somebody privately in your state. So it's normal protocol. So nobody should go crazy about it, that, it's the one who belongs to is done. No. He's saying the right thing. He didn't say everybody come, he said Obi, because it's an important personality. So I want us to look at it from that angle. The same thing Benue State government said.
Yeah, but Ade, do you think the comment about the 15 million naira just took away the entire motivation, because he's not saying it to express concern about Peter Obi? He's worried that Peter Obi is coming to his state and making impact, isn't it?
With an ulterior motive.
When I started my speech, I said that government lack communication skill. You see, you don't have to mention the money donated, because he doesn't know how to communicate. So those his manager, chief press secretary should have managed the man very well, but he doesn't know how to talk. He has saying something sensible, but he doesn't present it. The presentation was so poor. You don't have to mention like donate 15 million. If you like, you donate 100 billion. That is so. It's in an EFCC if you do anything wrong. Yeah. But it's not your business as a governor to query his donation. No, it's totally wrong. So that's why the man doesn't know how to. He shouldn't be talking. He should allow his chief press secretary to be talking. So those managing to be talking, because otherwise he find himself in trouble. Yeah. That's what I see in this case. Yeah. So I look at it from that.
Yeah, I do understand what you're saying. Thank you so much, Ade.
You say good morning to me.
Good morning. Hauwa, you didn't say good morning to Ade.
I said good morning, Ade. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for your contribution.
You did not say good morning to Ade, and he's taking it personal. But do you know what? Now that Ade has mentioned it, I just remembered another perspective, which is very important also. Edo State has recently been dealing with these cult activities, a lot of pushback from the security agencies, and some of them have been taken down. And I can understand if the governor's concern is that, listen, you don't know how safe this place is.
Security-wise.
So yeah, we don't want anything bad happening to you and then making it worse for our state. I can understand if that is where he's coming from. But just as Ade said, it was poorly communicated. And yeah, that's what people remember from that.
All the, should I say, lapses that they have, is communication skills supposed to be another thing that, a state governor has to be, checked or put in line?
Listen, look at Trump. right? So
Absolutely, a whole president. That is another topic
exactly.
for another day, to be honest.
Exactly. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Hello,
Please
good
turn
morning.
down the volume of your TV set. Let's have a conversation.
All right, thank you very much. I'll do that right away.
All right.
All right, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you, but there is still that echo from the background. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe move away from the
All right,
TV.
can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you. Who's on the line?
All right, it's Simon Abraham from Mina, Niger State.
Simon, how is Mina this morning?
Yeah, well, thank God.
Good.
The issue of the governor of Edo State is unfortunate. Because you cannot continue to have this kind of governor in your state, and you are trying to window dress that he has his foreign communication. An officer of this caliber should not be tolerated as somebody who is poor in communication. Communication is very, very important. Very, very important. You can't be making blunders, and you say you are a governor, and people will now say they want to tolerate him because he is poor. If he's poor, he has people around him. And he should have his bookman. You know, the Bible says, out of the abundance of heart speaks the mouth. If we just say we are tolerating him because he's poor, he has something in his mind. He doesn't have any good thing for the state. So even from his campaign, he has said a lot of blunders that it shouldn't come from somebody who should be called a governor. I think they should rethink. Or they will continue to live with this kind of situation for the next 4 or 8 years, which is not good for the state. It's giving the state a bad image.
Yeah.
We don't know those people to be like this. I don't know where Oshomole came from. It's very unfortunate.
Yeah. So,
thank you.
Simon, thank you so much for joining the conversation. I mean, it's a really personal type of viewpoint from wherever you might stand. Edo State is not the most politically, positive atmosphere in terms of their politics, but also it's not unlike most states in Nigeria. Our politics is not one of tolerance. I mean, there is some level of tolerance, but you get the sense that it's almost a tough war. If an APC personality is in a PDP state, sometimes the way they react, especially if they don't have like a personal relationship, and I also always don't like that. Unless these people have like a personal relationship with one another, they're always hostile to each other.
Absolutely.
And that sends a wrong message to the followership, because then the followership
take that hostility as well and make it their own. Yes.
It translates into something violent.
Absolutely.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Welcome to the program. Who is on the line and where are you calling from?
All right, thank you. This is Engineer Stanley calling from Enugu State.
Engineer Stanley, good to hear from you again. How are you this morning?
I'm fine, my brother.
Good. How is Enugu?
I greet you, my sister, over there.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us.
We are fine. Let me contribute to this viral news going on about the state governor. It's quite unfortunate, my brother. It's quite unfortunate, the kind of people we have now in power. Edo State is a lovely state. I was born in Edo State, though I'm not from Edo State. I was born in Edo State, formerly Bender, when it was Bender State. I did my youth service there. I'm from Imo State. You know, we lived there for a while before my father relocated. Edo people are very loving people. But since we entered this era of a democracy, the kind of caliber of people contest for election, my brother, I don't know where they came from. At times you seem to ask if they are from Edo State. You can imagine a governor threatening a senior governor who have been governor before him for coming into his state. The governor in question forgotten that state he is governing, the majority of the people they are boosting his economies from the southeast, the Igbos. Where Obi come from. I'm telling you the truth. I did my service there. I was born in Edo State. The majority of people doing business there are from Anambra, Imo State, doing business there, boosting the economy of Edo State. But you can see what is coming out from the man's mouth. Well, I don't blame him. The people that put him in power, they have given him the assurance he can kill and get away with it. That is what that threat means. He can kill and get away with it.
You know, it's quite unfortunate. This is my little contribution, my brother.
Thank you so much,
very much for your station.
Have a good day. I appreciate you for calling.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's a mixed bag, right? But I think the jury is out, Hauwa. Most people believe that was poorly communicated.
Absolutely.
Whether the intention was good or not, it was poorly communicated. The choice of words,
and it came as quite a shocker,
yeah,
because it felt kind of absurd for someone of that caliber to be out there saying those absurdities. And when it came to it, it didn't necessarily come out of like a place of concern, whereby, as aforementioned, that due to insecurity in the area and things that are going on, let us help.
If you had mentioned the insecurity part, or those concerns, because listen, some of these VIPs, when they move with their own security. They make certain arrangements. Governors do not necessarily provide you with police unless you are their personal guest, right? And the police does not belong to one person. It belongs to the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And sometimes some of these VIPs, former governors, have their own personal security, mind you. So there's also that part. Feel free to join the conversation via WhatsApp also, in case you want to send in your contribution via text message. You can send us a message on WhatsApp, articulate your thoughts, and let's hear from you on this one. Let's move on to the next caller now, shall we? Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Is that Trust TV?
Yes, you're speaking to Trust TV.
Yeah.
Who is on the line and where are you calling from, please?
It's Clement calling from Akwa Ibom.
Clement, how is Akwa Ibom this morning? Which part of Akwa Ibom, if you don't mind me asking?
For you to be precise, it's raining here.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Go ahead. Go ahead, Mr. Clement.
Yeah. I want to comment on that governor's speech.
Yeah. Go ahead.
From the way I look at it, I think the governor should be questioned about that speech, because I think he has fixed himself in a very tight corner. Should anything happen to the former governor of Anambra State, I think you have something to answer there.
Yeah.
So I think all I need to contribute is he should make sure that anytime he wants to address the public, let his media personnel do that for him.
Right.
I think that's what I have to contribute to.
Yeah. Mr. Clement, thank you so much for joining this morning. Enjoy the rain and enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much for your time.
Well, that is another take.
And I think it's a very important take.
Absolutely.
Because check this out. God forbid, Peter Obi visits Edo State for a campaign or for an engagement, and something unfortunate happens. God forbid. Who do you think is going to be the first person that
to be held accountable? Yeah, that would be
the person
because
who was
of his
very public. That if something happens to,
absolutely. Abdullahi, I think we have a couple of messages. We could take one or two before we pick another call. We have a constant from Nandi Bete Okoja, and it says governors and executive powers. Executive powers which make a governor the chief security officer of the state do not confer on any governor the ownership of a state he governs. The recent utterances from the governor of Edo State gives the impression that he could be under the illusion that he can wield absolute power. The earlier these governors are properly tutored on the provisions of the Nigeria Constitution, the better for our democracy. Well, as Nandi Bete said, they have to understand where the power holds and where it does not, and know where there reaches and where it it isn't.
Your powers are quite specific, and I don't think you have the powers to determine especially, in certain conditions. Yes, you can declare, curfews and things like that, and it can restrict people from movement. But there are certain conditions with which you can do that, and I don't think singling out Peter will be in that particular manner, helped, his case.
All right. Yes. Next up, we have a message from Ahmed Bima Enagi from Niger State. It says, "Morning Trust TV. Any Nigerian has the right to visit any place in this country called Nigeria. We should know how we speak in the right manner."
All right. Exactly. Let's speak to our next caller then. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Welcome to Daybreak Interactive. Who is on the line?
Good morning, sir. My name is Ishaku Ajeje. I'm calling from Potiskum, Yobe State.
Well, Ishaku Ajeje, please just turn down the volume of his TV set a little bit so we can have a proper conversation without an interference. How is Yobe this morning?
Yobe is doing good, sir, and we are quite all right this morning.
Is it Damaturu or Potiskum?
Potiskum, sir.
Okay, good. Go ahead, please.
Sir, one thing with this our country is that some utterances are really bad, and unfortunately you will see that they are coming from our leaders.
Right.
People that we elected. As leaders, you are expected to always lead by example. And immediately or whenever you make some utterances that are negatives, that's exactly the negative sign that you are sending to your followers.
Yeah.
And it's really, really bad.
Yeah.
So we just pray that God will continue to give us peace and make this our country and state to develop as we want and as we always pray.
Yeah, I'm into
Thank
that.
you.
Thank you so much for calling. Appreciate the take on this one. And yeah, his point is quite poignant.
Absolutely.
Lead by example.
Exactly.
Lead
but
by
then
example.
I would like to make a point. They say lead by example, but lead by positive example, not
Yeah.
absolutely,
Yeah.
being negative. And
they
a
are
lot
quite
of
bad
people could,
examples.
could take up from that. All right, our next WhatsApp message says is from Dr. Igwe from Owerri. It says, good morning to you. The governor of Edo State got it all wrong in the Peter Obi's 15 million naira donation. I think the governor is anti-APC by projecting Peter Obi. His comment is making him more popular in Nigeria. The governor ought to learn from Peter Obi by being more tolerant.
Yeah. I thought it was just distasteful. The comment about
Absolutely.
The 15 million naira and the comments about, your security cannot be guaranteed. It was actually a threat, no matter how you window dress it. And of course, I think the governor was not miscommunicating. He knew what he was saying. Let's be honest. He was a senator, right? Anyway, that's all the time we have. Apologies for all those who couldn't get through because of one connection problem or the other, or we couldn't get through to your messages. That's all the time we have.